Hey y'all. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about the different changes that are happening within this industry. I mean, if you work in this industry, whether it's acting, producing, writing, if you're a filmmaker, if you're a stunt performer, whatever it is you do in this industry, one of the things that one thing you probably have noticed is that there's a big change going on in this industry. It's always changing, but the way it's changing now and at the pace that it's changing now is something that we've never seen before. So, what do you do? That's the question. I get a lot of that from my students about what to do. And though we may not like all the things that are going on with AI, and I don't think the world is, AI is moving faster really than what we're prepared for it to move. And when these things happen, you have a choice. You either get on board and figure out how to inject yourself into what's going on, or you sit on the sidelines and complain about it. Now, we don't want to sit on the sidelines and complain about these things. We want to figure out how to insert ourselves in this so we can continue to make money in the industry that we love so much. Now it may sound crazy because how do I make money in the industry that's starting to not need me anymore? Well, there's a few ways because not all is lost. So let's go over a couple of ways that we can work on this. So one of the things that we can do, if you haven't heard or if you haven't noticed, short form videos are really, really getting big right now. People are watching films and TV on TikTok. They are watching film and TV on social media a lot more versus watching them on television. This again could be good or bad. Now I know my nieces, who are a lot younger than me, they don't watch TV shows. They're like, I just watch TikTok all day or I watch Instagram all day. And whether we like it or not, it's happening, right? So we have to figure out how to insert ourselves. So I know you guys have seen some of these short form shows, these 60-second shows or these 90-second shows. And one of the things that stick out to me most about these shows is the acting or the actors. They are usually actors we've never seen before. They are usually actors where the acting is not that great. The whole around production is not that great. The writing, it's okay. Everything is kind of on the mediocre end. Now, that's something that we can use to our advantage. If you're new to this industry and you don't have a resume full of credits, if you're not an A-lister or a B-lister or even a C-lister, that means that there's still a road for you to be able to get work. It may not be the kind of work that you want, that you imagine yourself getting, but it is the work that is available that can keep you working as an actor, which is short form videos. And so a lot of investment has been going into these videos. They still require a casting director to cast these videos, which means there's still an audition process that's happening for them to be able to go out and shoot these short form videos. Find out who's casting. Find out who's casting and figure out how to get your headshot, your resume, your reel in front of them. This is also where building your social media is really important. As much as I felt myself resisting the whole social media climb, like, I don't know, like, was it 7 years ago or 6 years ago? It's not going anywhere. It's going to keep changing and reinventing itself. So we have to keep up with what's going on if we want to do the job that we love. These are the things that it requires at this day and age in 2026. So I got to keep my social media up, whether I feel like posting something or not. You want to keep your brand going. If you post nothing but just post your acting. Here's a few ideas of things you can put on your social media as an actor or a stunt performer. If you're an actor, of course, put your scenes, the things that you have shot, the shows that you have worked on. If you are new and you have not worked on a lot of shows or you don't have a recognizable resume, then you can always use your cell phone, like we all do, and film your own scenes, film monologues, and post those on your social media. You want people to know what you're capable of doing, and you want to show them what you can do. This is a show me kind of industry. It's not a tell me industry. It's called showbiz, not tell biz. So show people what you can do. As a stunt performer, I know you're training. If you're going to stunt gyms and you're training, record yourself training at the stunt gyms and post your training sessions on your social media. Show them what you're doing. Break it up in a little increments so that you can have something to post 3 times a week and build your social media in that way. Keep yourself relevant. Keep branding yourself. Keep people wanting to know what you're doing and what you have next that's coming up. even though it feels like it may not be paying off right now, at some point in time, I promise you, it will. At some point in time, it will. And when it does, you want to already have these things in place so that you are in the runnings or being considered for these roles. I always say to my new people, I always say, if you've ever taken one of my classes or my courses, and you know that I always speak about working background, if you're brand new to this industry and you've never been, oh Lord, and you've never been on a professional set. If you've never been on a professional set and you're brand new to this industry, working background is one of the best things you can do, is working background. Background teaches you so much without the pressure being on you. So when you're working background, you do not have lines. Now, working background is like filling in the space. So if you watch TV or films and they're in a restaurant and the lead actors are doing a scene in the restaurant talking, the people that are sitting at the other tables, background. The people that you see walking past, or the figure of a person that walks past the camera, that's background. They pay you for doing this, and you get fed for the day. Now, sometimes it's long hours, but the beauty of it is, if you want to get into this business, it's one of the best ways to learn what goes on set without having the pressure of actually physically acting on the same day. So that when you are in position to be the lead actor, you are full aware and you know what goes on set. You know how it's run. You know set lingo. You know what's expected of you. Background is one of the easiest things you can do. It's one of the best things you can do. It's like taking a free class. You get to be on set and watch the lead actors do what they do, and you get to watch the director. You get to watch the ADs, the DPs. You get to watch everybody in the whole crew. You get to see what everyone's role is, so that when you are the actor that's on set working, you are perfectly clear of how this whole entire set is ran. And that way you can focus on just one thing, and that is your acting for the day. You don't have the extra pressures of everything else. Same thing for stunt performance. If you're getting into stunts and you're training and you've never been on a professional set, go take a day or two and work background. Even though you won't do stunts, just work background so you can have a hands-on experience of how that set is ran. Believe me, you won't regret it. Most times they do pay you for background, and it's a wonderful experience. And it's okay to look back one day and be like, yeah, I work background. I did a little of that. So many people that you watch today in these leading roles have worked background before. It's one of the best teachers it's one of the best classes you can take in this industry, is actually getting on set and working as a background artist. Shout out to all my background artists in the stand-ins, because they keep set life moving. They bring the realism to the scenes, the background. So shout out to background workers. You know, when industry like work and stuff is moving slow, another good thing to be able to do is update your acting reel. Put fresh stuff on it. Put brand new things on it. Add a few more things to it without waiting to book an actual job. This is where you can take your cell phone again, and you can stand up and you can shoot monologues. You can find really good monologues online for free, learn them, and film yourself doing them. You can do scenes with other acting friends. You can shoot a scene and put it on your acting reel. Build your reel, because every time you do a scene or you do more work, you get better and better. You can see your growth. You should be able to look back at work that you've done 2 years ago and see the growth in yourself as an actor. If not, then you probably need to be in class and do a little bit more training instead of just waiting for work to come to you. If you're an actor, you want to keep the muscle moving. You want to continue to work. You want to continue to do your thing. You want to continue to grow yourself as an artist. You don't have to wait for someone to actually book you in an acting role to act. If you're an actor, then act. That's what you do. There's not much control we have, or sometimes we don't feel like we have a lot of control as actors, but one of the things you do control is when you act. So if you're waiting for someone to book you on a job, don't wait. Go act. Take your cell phone, film yourself. Go find scenes. Everyone has film equipment accessible to them now via Amazon, whether it's these microphones, your cell phone, you can shoot and film your own scene. So film your own scene, put your best scene first when you're building your acting reel, put your best work first, update your acting reel with your growth as an actor. Same thing as a stunt performer. If you're going to the stunt gyms and you're working, you may look back at some things that you did about, I don't know, like last year or year before last, or even 6 or 7 months ago. And now you go back and you do the same. You're back at the stunt gym and you're working on the same stunt, and you see the difference. You see your growth, how much better you are, how much you can go into it with a little bit more ease, a little bit more agility, that you're more confident. You want to put that on your reel. Keep up. Now, as just a little bit of transparency, I don't fear much, but one of the things I do see happening is that it's a lot is changing with the way this industry is being ran and their need for us. I know when the union went on strike, SAG-AFTRA went on strike a year or two, maybe 2 years ago now. That contract wasn't really favorable to stunt people. There was a clause in that contract that actually stated that if an actor wants to do their own stunt, that they'll be given like an adjustment on their paycheck if they did it themselves. Now, here's the thing about actors doing their own stunts. Let's get to the nitty gritty of it. The bottom line is that most actors don't want to do their own stunts. Most actors want to come to work and do what they do as actors, because that is a lot within itself. And they want to focus on being their very best self as an actor, working on their character, memorizing their lines, their blocking, and all the other things that they have to do. They really don't want to have to worry about stunts. So sometimes they're very relieved when they see they have a stunt double. They see us come on, they're like, oh, I got a stunt double. And a lot of times they're very excited to have a stunt double, which is like one of the best things as being someone's double, is like when your actor's excited that you're there. Now, there are a small handful of actors that sometimes, depending on the stunt, want to do their own stunt, or they at least want to take an attempt at doing their own stunt. And so there's a few things about that when that happens. Sometimes the director will let them take an attempt at it if it's a small, safe stunt. And the reason why is because from a director's perspective, if he can get the actor to go in and do their own stunt, then he can have a real shot of their character really doing the stunt, which works for him as a director when it comes to editing the film. We get that, right? Right. But there's risk that come with that, because if that actor attempts to do their own stunt and, God forbid, they hurt themselves, the whole entire production is now shut down because this actor is hurt and cannot continue on. So it feasibly doesn't make sense to let an actor do their own stunt. It is definitely best to bring in a double. If, God forbid, a stunt double gets hurt, you know what they do? Replace that double with another double. And if that double gets hurt, they replace that double with another double. They can keep replacing the double, and production can keep moving on and filming can continue. But if the actor gets hurt, then they can't continue on doing the acting scenes that they have to do for the rest of the day, or that they have to do for tomorrow or the next day, until that until that actor is healed. So there's risks that come with that. And because of that, it's a blessing to us in that way, because it'll make them call in the stunt double, even if it's just as a safety, to have a stunt double there to do the stunt, to be sure that the actor doesn't get hurt, and that particular shoot runs smoothly, and they can move on to their next setup. So it's feasibly worth it to pay a stunt double to come in, even if you don't use them. Now, I know I'm touching on a lot of different things in this video that pertain to actors, stunt doubles, whether it's working background or doing stunts, whatever it is, but it's all industry related. And so I just wanted to speak to anyone who can use this information, because, that's what it's about. It's about community, and it's about being able to discuss and have ideas and stay ahead of what's coming for us and be able to prepare ourselves for it. So one of the ways I do unfortunately think that AI is truly going to affect us sooner than later is when it comes to big crowd scenes. They used to use CGI a lot when it was a huge, massive crowd of people in a scene running or jumping or chanting or whatever it may be. Now they'll be able to do that even easier with AI. AI is still not perfect, thank God. So its flaws still show up and are recognizable, and will turn a lot of viewers off once they can recognize it. But unfortunately, it's that thing that's coming that we can't control, and we can't stop it from coming. But all we can do, like I said, is to try to get ahead of it for us and see what we can do and still figure out how to inject ourselves within this industry and keep creating the work and being a part of the industry in the way that we love to be a part of it, which is acting, doing stunt work, or performing, or writing, or directing, or being a grip, being a PA, whatever it is, whatever your love for it is. The goal is to be able to get in and figure out how to still make ourselves valuable when it comes to filmmaking. So it's something that we can't stop, but even though we can't stop it, it can't nothing stop us either. So we have to keep that attitude about it and keep moving forward and learn what you can about AI, because the more you know about it, the better educated you are on it. You'll be able to figure out ways to be able to be useful within the filmmaking world, either ahead of AI, behind AI, or alongside it. You'll be able to figure those things out. So just do what you can to stay ahead. If you are an actor or a stunt performer and you have challenges getting into the industry and want to be a part of our community, please go to the link in my bio. It should be right there. Hit us up and join us. It's a community full of actors and stunt performers. If you want to know where to train, where to take acting classes, where to train as a stunt performer, whatever it may be, hit us up, let us know. If you have questions about things, put the questions in the comments and I will answer the questions. Either I'll do a video on it or I will answer you and respond right to you right there in the comments. But we are all things acting and stunts and filmmaking as a whole. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I've been a stunt woman for 2 decades, and come join and be a part of my world. So I would love for you to come in and be a part of my world. Blessings.